Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome to another episode of Koefiya Chronicles, presented by the Cape Malay Choir Board Youth Council. I am Anish Noordin, and today we are with Jonge Manhattans Singkoor. Welcome, gentlemen. We would like to introduce yourself from my left all the way down.
I'm Mr. Pedro.
Mr. Sipes.
Mr. Enver Wilson.
Welcome, guys. Firstly, this podcast that we have is about getting to know the clubs of the Cape Malay Board for the year 2024, and we just would like to know from you guys the design and when the club was established, along with the design of the badge. Any one of you guys?
Well, the club was established in 1986 as to our badge there. We started off in a house in 15th Avenue, Altus River.
Yeah.
And we decided on a name there. The guys liked the name Manhattan because of the Manhattan group, and we stick to that name. And our badge, the design of the badge came from, I don't know if you are smokers, it came from the Rotman's packet emblem. And we had the establishment, and we decided on a motto like Salus, which means
Veiligheid, welzijn. Veiligheid en welzijn. That is the meaning of.
That's the meaning of
a Latin word.
The Latin word Salus, and that's how we come about. And we started off in the Suid-Afrikaanse Koorraad.
Yeah.
We've been there since 1986 till 2000, when we moved over to the Cape Malay Choir Board. So, which means we will be 24 years in the Cape Malay Choir Board.
So is Jonge Manhattans the only team based in Elsies, or?
No. Yeah, most of us come out of Rio Ranges, which was also in the South African Koorraad.
Yeah.
And then there was Donegal's, and there was also Elsies River Singkoor, Harare. They were all in the SAKK before moving over to the CMCB.
Okay, and then another question I want to ask is there any highlights for the years that Jonge Manhattans has been established? Is there any highlights that any of you guys can tell us about?
Yeah, we got a few highlights. We got lots of highlights actually. But there were also a lot of lowlights, if I may say. The highlight of our tenure was obviously we were crowned as combined kings of the elders facility. And also of the SAKK, but since we came to the CMCB, we also won a lot of trophies, especially combines, and we stood out as Netherlands kings because we won 3 in a row. Netherlands 3, so we got a keepsake trophy.
Yeah.
There's nothing to talk about. Here's the keepsake trophy. That's what they think of us. This is our low light actually. It should have been a highlight, but because of the trophy, it stands for a low light.
Now for me, myself, it's just the very first 7 years in this board. I mean, nobody could have beaten us in the Netherlands. For 7 years.
That's in sections.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop us, right? So that for me is a highlight. Then of course there's me.
Yeah.
Especially our dress. We always was a choir, like they say in Elsies River, there's a lot of big buyers, and those guys want to dress,
Yeah.
Especially our shoes, we don't go out with hoppers or grasshoppers or whatever. Our shoes must be always be like, top brand shoes and suits.
And the stuff is very expensive.
That's the highlight of our choir.
Anything
Yeah,
from
the same. That is the same I wanted to tell you, because I'm with the club since 2005.
Yeah.
And when I came into this club, Jonge Manhattans, and like they said, combined, dress was,
Snazzy places.
we won every year.
Yeah.
Off the on the in the civic and on the field, and combines also. That was like Mr. Telu said for 7 years.
Yeah. But we're hoping it's going to pick up this year, going to be
Yeah.
much better, much stronger, more positivity with lots of spirits. It's all about being competitive at the end of the
Yeah.
day. It's a sport that we all love and we all enjoy. It's
Yeah.
not about winning and or losing. That is maybe an added bonus, but it's about the brotherhood at the end of the day.
Love of the sport.
And the love of the sport.
If I
there we
can
go.
just say something on that. We over the years, we're not into trophies.
Yeah.
No. We're there for the generation
Yeah.
of the river areas
Yeah.
and so on, etc. And then of course for the sports with the people
love the sport.
in the hall,
Yeah.
wherever we perform. I mean, we had such a lot of followers,
Yeah.
unbelievable, outside Ellis River. It's amazing. And people always say, "Yo, the Manhattans, never mind, ons nou deur vier gekom
Yeah.
het, dan sê die mense.
Ons
And that is a nice feeling.
Yeah. True, true.
That's why I'm not worried about trophies, man. That I dink I my praat nie. You know, and sometimes it creates problems as
Yeah,
well.
true.
That's why I'm not into it. Jy gaan nie sê ons gaan die wen en die wen of julle moet nood vat vir ons en nee, that is not us. We just go there and play the game, the sports. We enjoy more the sports than anything else. That's why we'll come year after year and play the sport, not bragging and so
Yeah.
on. Man. That is not in our gene.
Yeah.
And I love that about the Manhattan. We will never moan and groan even around wherever we perform.
There we go.
Daar is die beauty wat ek hou van almal die guys. And to start off with, we was a lot, most of us was footballers. We played for various clubs of course, but some together for one club, but
Yeah.
that better. And with age, we were then Rio Orange followers. And of course, my favorite team will always be the young men. Because that is a bunch
Yeah.
of sportsmen, which I knew ever since I got into this industry of singing Malay.
To elaborate on Mr. Delu about the sport about Manhattans is that like were established years back, and all the guys grew old,
Yeah, true.
and somehow we didn't bring a lot of youngsters in. If you come into our practice, if you see us on stage, we don't have a lot of youngsters as from now, but that is something we're working on. Our aim.
Another question that I want to know is that seeing that the Cape Malay Choir Board is a young executive, what do you think that they can go bring from Jonge Manhattans forward?
They must get the sponsorship, a huge one, and help us financially. That's point number one. Because as of now, we're struggling, and the musicians, they charge you a farm's money, and even the coaches, the artists, you know, the sports has become very expensive, and for the guys to dig into their pockets, you know, there's a lot of poverty around here. We're not all rich people, or just normal people. And we had a lot of youngsters here the other day. They were listening to us singing, and they came in. I let them come in. I said, "It's still there. Watch us, how we sing, to listen to us, and so on." And then we had a tracksuit sample here, and they wanted to know, "Uncle, what is the tracksuit?" Ek sê, "Wel, dis nie ons kan vir julle lekker prys sien. Maar vir die groot mense is dit 500. Sê 500. Oh, waarom moet ons baie geld kry?" You know?
That's understandable.
So
Money is the problem in the industry. And if you can assist, especially with that, then I think we will go a long way. Is to get sponsors in and help these choirs. You know?
And the last question I wanted to ask is that if any of you guys, do you have any advice for us, and how do you feel that we can grow better from here? seeing that it is a start for us this year as a youth council. So is there any advice for us as youth council?
Yes, what I can say is, hulle sê mens altyd jy moet luister na die groot mense.
Yeah.
But you, as youth, you must try to take your own initiatives. Put your foot down. You won't disrespect anybody, but if you can tell somebody to his face, but I don't think that's wrong, even if he's older than
Yeah.
you, don't be afraid to say what you want to say. That will go for all of you. You don't mean anybody disrespect.
Yeah.
It's just the truth. And that can go a long way. Say your say. Do what you have to do.
Anybody else?
Try to take over the board.
The Butari did say nothing so far, so at least give us one piece of advice.
The speaker.
The reason is here, this man,
Yeah.
he knows all the dates. He can tell you exactly what year we won that and what year we lose there and why we lose that.
So he's the history.
This is the
History. I just want to say thank you very much, Shukran, for giving us your time and letting us come into your klopskamer and interview you and get more information of Jonge Manhattans. So Shukran guys, thank you very much. We also like to say just to follow and to like and subscribe on our channel and to remember that legacy starts at home.